Hey you guys, today I'm going to show you how we place an order from Rodent Pro. So before I get started, I want to thank Aaron Barbosa from Bosa Reptiles for this awesome shirt. He makes some really cool shirts, you guys. He's also a really nice guy. So shout outs to you, Aaron. Shout outs Bosa Reptiles. I went ahead and linked him in the description. You can hit him up for shirts or just to follow him. He's a really cool guy. Go ahead and check out our partner Reptichip. They make premium coconut chip in multiple different sizes for any of your coconut chip needs. They are a wonderful coconut chip maker, and I've linked them in the description as well. We're going to be ordering from Rodent Pro today because I know that we need small rats, okay? But I keep all my rodents in a freezer. And in that freezer, I have it like loosely organized. And I would organize it more maybe if I had hundreds of snakes. I have about 20 snakes, so loose organization works well for me. And I have my freezer organized as such. It's a chest freezer, and I have a bag of fuzzy mice. And basically right now I have one raised up white-lipped python that is eating fuzzy mice, as well as my green tree python Chuckles. And then I have a bag that is basically weaned rats and extra large mice, and then everything smaller than that. So we have weaned rats, extra large mice, medium mice, small mice, on down. And then we have a bag of small and medium rats and equivalent size prey because we don't always just buy rats. And then above that, we basically have a bag that is large rats and up. We have rabbits, we have chickens, all of that type of stuff for our boa, our retic, and stuff like that. So normally I would kind of just skim through it in our storage area, but there's not good lighting in there, and I want to show you guys for the video. So before I order, I'm going to basically inventory what I have and see what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the bags of food and see what we have. Let's go. So we pretty much know what's in the bag that has the mouse fuzzies in it, but these mixed bags are what we need to look through and check and see what we have. Now, like I said, if I had hundreds of snakes, I would have an actual inventory list, and I would know exactly what we need to order per week, per month, or whatever. But I have about 20 snakes, so I do it a bit looser, so I can just check through my bag, see what I need, and then order it. And also, every time I go to feed my snakes, I'm looking in each of these bags, and I'm kind of tracking the inventory then too. But let's go ahead and see what we have in the weaned rat, extra large mouse, and under bag. So here we have some large mice, and we definitely have plenty of them. We don't even have too much stuff that's eating large mice. That's more of like a level up meal for younger ball pythons. And when ball pythons are born, they're going to start on these small mice. So we have plenty of those. We have basically a whole 100 pack. So, when we do hatch ball pythons this year, and we will, so keep an eye out for that, we will have food for them, so we're not worried about that. This bag right here is weaned rats. So it looks like we're low on weaned rats. We have some stuff that we like to level up to rats instead of giving them extra large mice. So, we'll see if we have another bag of this. If not, we may have to get some of those. And this is a bag of extra large mice, not many in it at all. We don't really use them a whole lot though, so I'm not sure if we'll really need to buy more of those or not. And here is some medium mice, and we're low on this as well, but we're really using medium mice as a level up meal for ball python babies as well. So though we are low on medium mice, we don't really have anything that's eating medium mice right now, and we don't need them until we hatch out some ball pythons. So once they start going through the small mice, then we can upgrade them to medium mice, and we'll have to buy another bag of these. But it looks like from this set right here, all that we need is weaned rats. So next we have our small and medium rat and equivalent prey size bag, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, basically comb through it and see what we need here. I want to point out that I'm not sponsored in any way by Rodent Pro. I just use them to get my rodents. A lot of people use them. I've had great experience with them, always quality rodents. They've even missed a bag one time, and this is over the course of years, but they missed a bag one time. I called them, and they actually did a whole nother shipment, no cost, just sent it out, and they've always been great to me. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do fully support what they're doing. So shout outs to you guys at Rodent Pro. So this is medium rats right here. And I also want to point out Rodent Pro is now putting the nutritional information on the bags, which I think is pretty cool. So this has right here the nutrition of different prey items, the percentage of fat, the percentage of water content, and the percentage of protein and things like that. And it's actually super useful to judge, what type of diet you should be giving your animals. But it looks like we have some medium rats here. We use these for our white-lipped pythons, ball pythons, stuff like that. We have some small rats right here, which is good because I thought we needed these when I started doing this video, which is a great example of why you do inventory, because we have a whole nother bag of small rats. Now I thought I had way less of these, and I'm about to do some feeding where I know I'm going to be using a bunch of small rats. So it's really good that we have all these, and I probably will now be able to order less than I thought, which is really great because budgeting your money is really important when you're running a business. And it looks like we are out. That's everything that's in this bag. So even though we have a lot of small rats, we use a bunch, we may still order some, and I wasn't going to order any medium rats or equivalent size prey, but it looks like we might need some. So since I did the inventory, it looks like we may need to order medium rats or something the same size as that. And I say something the same size as that because my white-lipped pythons, my scrub python, my carpet python, they're all eating medium rats, but they will take anything. If I give them a quail, they'll eat it. If I give them a chicken, they'll eat it. They don't care. The ball pythons are the only ones that care what the prey is. Everything else doesn't care at all. So I like to give them a varied diet, which is really cool and good for you to know. And speaking of things that are good for you to know, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to my boy Dan for one of Dan's snake facts. Take it away, Dan.
What is going on? This is Dan with Shaq Scales. I have here a Hypotessera hecastanae female that I hatched last year. And check out that solid red belly. That's pretty crazy for a corn snake. So this snake's kind of special to me. Also, check out my Markham Reptiles t-shirt that just came in today. Huge thanks to Kyle. Guys, make sure you message him and get yourself one. Snake fact for today. Ireland does not have any native snake species. Isn't that pretty crazy?
Thanks, Dan. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the last bag of food, which is the large rat and above size bag. All right, so I've now got the large rat and above size bag, and this food is mostly for our boa imperator and our retic, but we do have some ball pythons that can take large rats, as well as our white-lipped python females. They could take large rats as well. Sometimes we need larger meals for our larger snakes, so let's see what we got here. So just off picking the bag up, it is larger prey, but it feels pretty stocked up. Here we have some chickens. So these, I believe, are large chickens. We have a couple of these. That's good for our boa and for our retic. Right here we have just a large rat. As you can see, large rats are pretty big. We actually have some female ball pythons that can take these, like I said, as well as our adult northern white-lipped females can take these as well. This is actually too big for our scrub python and our carpet python right now. And even our male ball pythons, they can't take these. They'll be taking smaller prey than that. This is the 2XL rats. And we have some of these, and the reason we still have them really is I don't really like feeding the 2XL rats anything really above a large rat. I don't like feeding them too often because they just have so much fat on them that I would rather give like a large chicken or a similar sized rabbit or something like that that doesn't have as much fat as an obese, double XL rat. But we do have some, and I will eventually feed them off, and then I probably just won't reorder them. Here goes some more large chickens, and as you can see, there's 3 in this bag. I believe they come with 4 in a bag for these. They do. They come with 4 in a bag, and once again with the nutritional information, they have all that on there. So it looks like we have a good amount of food for our larger snakes right now. Here we have a small rabbit, which could be a bigger meal for our retic or boa. And we have another small rabbit, which could be a bigger meal for our retic or boa at the size they're at right now. So it looks like, really, to be honest, we don't really need any more large food. That's everything that's in the bag. It's actually a lot. And we don't really need any more large food right now, because if I feed my retic one of these, for example, or my boa, they're not getting food for a month. My retic maybe 3 weeks, but the boa definitely a month after eating something like this. So, these cost a bit more, but they last a long time. So we actually don't appear to need any larger food items right now. So let's go ahead and place our Rodent Pro order. All right, so I'm literally going to walk you through an order at Rodent Pro. We're going to go to frozen foods. We're going to go to rats. And we're going to go ahead and look at the size of the weaned rats and check the grams so that we can see how big they are. They're 30 to 45 grams. We know we need some of those. We're going to check the size on the small rats. They are 45 to around 80, 90 grams. And we know we need some of those as well. We know we need medium rats. We're just going to go ahead and add some of those to the cart. And those are now in our cart. And we're going to go back and check the rats again, because I forgot to look at what size the medium rats were. And the medium rats are 85 to 175 grams. So now we know if we want to order things that aren't rats, what the weight is of those things that we want to order. So now we're going to add some weaned rats, because, rats are the staple of most snakes' diet, especially like us. When you have a lot of ball pythons, they're going to be eating rats. So we always keep rats in stock. So we add some weaned rats. Now we're going to go back and we're going to add some small rats. And this is me just double checking the size on the weaned rats and the small rats. And we're going to go ahead and add a bag of small rats as well. And with Rodent Pro, anything over $100, you're getting free shipping. You see it's telling me the space that's left in the box. I'm checking the amount in the cart right now. And I'm already qualified for free shipping here because I've spent $150 already. And when you're looking at the amount of items in the bag and the price, it is a good deal on everything. So they do have very good prices. So right here, I'm looking at the weight of the extra small chickens, and I see that they're around the same size as weaned rats. So for white-lipped pythons and stuff like that, I'm going to go ahead and get some extra small chickens just to vary their diet here. And a really high protein food that people forget about is actually quail. Quail actually has higher protein content than rats. So we're going to get some small or medium Coturnix quail here. And the mediums are actually comparable to the size of like small rats. So we're going to be using these for the white-lipped pythons. And we're going to add those to the cart as well. And now the website's, kind of starting to realize that we're getting closer towards, filling up the cart. And it's just showing us, and I'm checking the total here again. And we're going to go back to the quail here. So we've gotten some medium quail, and we're going to go ahead and check the price here and the size on the small quail, and they're around the same size as like a weaned rat. So there's 25 in a bag, and they're $43, meaning they're less than $2 a piece, which is a really good price. And we're going to go ahead and add that as well. And then I'm looking at my order here, and I'm realizing that though we did have medium rats and we don't need a whole heck of a lot of them, we only ordered one bag. So I'm actually going to add some quail that is a similar size to medium rats. And that is the large Coturnix quail. That is the around the same size as a medium rat. And it's about $2.49 per quail. And we're going to go ahead and check this out, and then check back in with you guys when the order lands and show you how we unbox it. All right, you guys, it's a couple days later. We got our box. Rodent Pro takes a couple days to ship. And then once they ship, it takes 2 days because they put it on a rush delivery. And the box is here, and we're just going to go ahead and show you how this box is packed. So I went ahead and ripped off the address, just in case you guys try to stalk me because I'm beautiful and stuff like that. But other than that, this is how the box comes. And you have the option of getting the label on it that says Meat Rush Delivery, with Rodent Pro on it, or you can actually get it with no label. If for some reason you're worried about that, you can just get a blank box. It has these staples in it for extra security, and you could remove those with a butter knife. I kind of like to just strongman it and just kind of rip it open and fling staples all over my snake room. And that's just the way I get down, you know. So I'm going to open it like that. And then inside of our box here, we basically have insulation. And there's a couple layers usually. So all you're going to do, cut it with some scissors. I'll actually go ahead and use my dominant hand to cut this because this cutting is not going so well. And here, we're going to cut this with scissors. We're going to open up this first layer of insulation. We got a second layer of insulation. There is always 2 layers. Here we go. We have cut the second layer of insulation, and you can already see some rodents. We have our rodents, and we have some big blocks of dry ice in the middle, you guys. And look how cold these are. I mean, it is keeping them nice and cold. You could tell everything is nice and cold. You can see literal frost on this. This dry ice keeps everything nice and cold. And now we're going to go ahead and go through our bags and just make sure we got everything that we ordered. All right, you guys, the last step here would be to just go through the bags and then make sure you got everything you ordered. I'm going to go ahead and put our order on the screen here so you can go through it with us. So we got small quail. As you can see, nutrition info on everything. We got medium quail. We got large quail. We got our weaned rats, 25 pack. Small rats, 20 pack. Medium rats, 10 pack. This is the one that we learned we needed from inventory. We got some extra small chickens. And that was everything we ordered. And if you look at our order, you'll see that we actually got 10% off on it. Sometimes I have a promo code. So DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description. And if you're lucky, and there's a promo code that I have at the moment, I'll go ahead and give you a 10% off promo code so you can get 10% off your entire order at Rodent Pro as well. I hope that you guys learned something. Shout outs to everyone at Rodent Pro. Like I said, they did not sponsor this video, but they have wonderful customer service. So shout out to you guys. I really appreciate all the great prey items for my snakes. We're going to go ahead and load these up in the freezer and get them sorted. I won't show you guys that part, so this wraps up our video. Thank you for watching this video. Please check out our partner Reptiles. Their link is below in the description. And you guys have a wonderful day.